don't put your foot down because you're afraid of your woman. And she knows it. A high car payment is the quickest way to go broke. The deadlift is hard. That's why it works. So you're on birth control, you don't have a boyfriend, but you're not a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 229th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Shout out to Miami J, first man up. Donnell, shout out to you. You guys are quick. Early 4:30 show, as you guys know. I'm starting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, probably starting it tonight. Tonight is going to be the night that I make my decision. They give me the sales pitch. Took a class already. I was very impressed with the instructor. I was very impressed with the class. And so tonight is the night that I make my decision. If I make the decision to move forward with this particular gym, the show will move permanently to 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. So it will no longer be at 6 o'clock Eastern. TSR Live from here forward, all things considered, barring any unforeseen circumstances, TSR Live is going to be airing weekdays at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. We are brought to you in part by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Guys, be sure to buy Happy Hippo kratom through my affiliate link. You guys can help yourself out and support the show at no cost to you. I say this all the time. If you guys are looking for a caffeine-free energy boost with laser focus and mood enhancement, look no further than Happy Hippo kratom. You buy it through my affiliate link. The Towers gets a taste of that. You can support the show at no cost to you while also getting yourself a pretty damn good compound. I've used Happy Hippo kratom specifically going on 4 years now. I know Chris Diotis, he's a stand-up guy, runs a rock-solid company. He's a guy you can trust. They ship out. Customer service is great. Shipping is fast. It's discreet. A good company all around. We are broadcasting live simultaneously to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, of course. Facebook Live and Instagram is where I have my pre-show Q&A. Guys, you can ask questions via the comments in the chat, or you can come on live with me on Facebook Live or Instagram. Just request to come on live. I'll come on live. Miami J did that yesterday. We waxed poetic about his whack-ass ex-wife, a.k.a. baby mama, up to no good as usual. Always interesting discussions in the pre-show in the pre-show Q&A. You guys can support the show in one of two ways. You can contribute via Super Chat, or you can contribute via my donation link, my contribution link, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. That's www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp, where 100% of your contribution goes directly to the show. Love it when you guys Super Chat. That is what pays the bills around here for sure. But if you want more of your cash to come to the Towers, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp is absolutely the best way to do that. Well, let's go ahead and get into today's show. Good relationships come at a very high price. In this day and age, a lot of people do a lot of wishful thinking. They do a lot of wishful narrative. They see someone driving you see this a lot in Vegas, right? See somebody driving a Lamborghini, Ferrari, like, man, that guy is rich. I wish I could be rich like that guy. Or we think about professional athletes. Man, if I made what Alex Rodriguez made, or if I made the kind of money Russell Westbrook made, I'd be the happiest person alive. Maybe you would be, maybe you wouldn't. But what people always fail to realize is that being rich comes at a price. Being great at anything comes at a price. You don't just wake up. Even if you're super talented, you still have to cultivate that talent. Tiger Woods is the quintessential example. Tiger Woods is an imbalanced person. He is fucked up in the head. Well, guess what? He had to be the great golfer he was. Michael Jordan is a maniac. He's a fucking Nazi, gambling freak, punched teammates, smoked cigars. He was a gambling fiend, cheated on his wife. Guess what? These are the kinds of things that made him great. In order to be great, there is a price to be paid. You think the CEO of the Fortune 500 company pulling down $24 million a year, do you think it's all fun and fancy free? No. There's a price to be paid. Time away from your family. His wife is probably cheating on him, right? And now his wife is cheating on him. Okay, so that's a price to be paid. His kids are pissed off at him because he's never home. Listen, this is the price to be paid. We all look at it. We all look at someone who's in great shape. Man, that guy's ripped. I wish I were ripped like that guy. Well, guess what? Maybe. But you don't wish, guys. There's a price to be paid. What you don't understand is that guy who's ripped, his ass is in the gym at 4:30 every morning, squat until he pukes, right? He's on the treadmill for 30, 45 minutes a day. He's a Nazi about his diet. In order to be in fantastic shape like that, there is a price to be paid. Anything good, anything worth having, anything worth keeping, there is always a high price to be paid. You want a nice car? Gotta pay the price. You want to look good? Gotta pay the price. You want to be rich? Gotta pay the price. Relationships are exactly the same way, gentlemen. We all sit here and we all talk shit about how bitches ain't shit and relationships are this and we need, listen, that's all very true. But what we also need to realize is that good relationships are possible in this day and age. They're unlikely and they're very difficult, but they are possible. That being said, they come at a very high price. Good relationships don't just come easy. I had Rollo Tomasi on my show a few weeks back. One thing that he said that I disagree with, he says, look, if you're in a good relationship, it'll be easy. I disagree. Being in a good and he's actually speaking from sort of an outlier situation. He was in the right place at the right time and met the right woman. That and he's Rollo fucking Tomasi. Okay? This is just kind of how it is. So he was very, and listen, even he would tell you, hey, listen, I was very fortunate to meet my wife at the time that I met her. So his relationship is easy because everything just fell into place. Is that possible? Yes. Is it likely? Hell no. If you want a good relationship with a woman in this country, in this day and age, in this part of the world, it's going to come at a high price. Men and women both think that relationships should be easy. We watch TV, we see movies, we watch romantic comedies, we watch pornography. And we watch romantic comedies, girls think, oh, that's so sweet. I wish my relationship was like that. Nah, that takes time. There's a price to be paid for that relationship. The guy that she runs into at the chance meeting, guys, guess what? If he has a good job, he had to work for that job. In order to be attractive to her, he had to work to be that way before he met her. She has a price to pay as well. As far as porn movies are concerned, dude, you've got a blonde with huge tits wearing heels. She can barely walk in. She's a rock solid 10. She gets on her knees to suck that guy's dick. Guess what? There's a price to be paid. She had to work her ass off to get that body, right? She had to take risks. She had to go under the knife. Breast implants are risky. There are women who have died on the table. This is just what happens. That guy who's getting his dick sucked, there is a price to be paid. Again, it's the same as relationships. If you want a wonderful relationship with a woman you love and a woman who respects and adores you, guys, it's not going to just happen. There is work to be done on both sides. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the female end, but I'm here talking about the men. I don't give a shit about females, okay? At this point, we can tell females, and I'll get to them a little bit later in the end. I'll give them a little bit of advice. They're not going to listen, but hey, if fair is fair, listen, we have to acknowledge that there's a price to be paid on their end too. I think that goes without saying. But as far as men are concerned, a lot of us are lazy ass niggas. Like, we sit around, we talk shit about these, oh, girls are fat. Really, nigga? Like, you're 258 pounds, man. Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like you had Cheetos for breakfast today. You had pizza for breakfast today. When's the last time you hit the gym? But you want to bitch and complain about how women are fat. Oh, bitches cheat all the time. Really, nigga? Like, you haven't learned game? You haven't figured women out yet? And don't tell me it's hard. There's information all over the place. There's the red pill. There's guys like me. Guys like O'Shea. Guys like Rollo. Steve the Dean. Alan Roger Curry. The information is out there, guys. But your lazy ass just wants to sit around and complain about what girls are not. Well, what you need to do is you need to step up your game. If you want to be attractive to attractive women, there's a price to be paid. There's work to do. And if you want to have a good relationship with attractive women, there's an even higher price to pay. So let's go ahead and get started with the price that we as men need to pay to have good relationships. Cost number one, gotta have red pill awareness, guys. This is red pill 101. You gotta have red pill awareness. Red pill awareness, taking the red pill, guys, doesn't go down easy. Guys, we've been raised our entire lives to think that we have to treat women a certain way to attain loyalty from them. And it's not completely our fault because that's the way it used to be. Back in the 40s and 50s, if you were a decent guy, you treated women with respect, you were a gentleman, you looked out for her needs, you protected her. Yes, you were rewarded with her loyalty. You guys would get married, you'd have a couple of kids, you live happily ever after. Well, enter what was it, second or third wave feminism back in the 1960s. And it wasn't a steep decline. It's been a gradual change. Well, what men haven't done is we haven't adapted. We haven't adapted to the gradual change. And now here we are in 2018 and women are walking all over us because they're ahead of the game. We have the information, but we decide not to play the game. Nah, motherfucker, you need red pill awareness. The red pill doesn't go down easy. That's why it works. The red pill, we have to train ourselves to do and be completely the opposite of what we've been trained to do our entire lives. Guys, that's not easy. It is hard. That is a price to be paid. If you want to be attractive to attractive women, red pill awareness is necessary. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it's not. I discovered the red pill almost 9 years ago, guys. It was not easy. It was, honestly, from the age of 32 until I almost turned 34, that's when it finally clicked and sunk in. Holy shit. And then my life changed, and now I'm here. The red pill, like I said, doesn't go down easy. There are 7 stages of taking the red pill that I've acknowledged before. So the 7 stages are, the first stage is shock. You're shocked that you're seeing information that is completely the opposite of what we've been taught. Holy shit. You can tell a girl to shut up. It's okay to not pay attention to her. It's okay to call her out on her bullshit. It's okay to it's okay to not be okay with a girl being a slut. It's okay to slut shame girls. Holy shit, that's the shock phase. Then there's the anger phase. When it finally starts to sink in, you think, everyone my entire life has sold me a bad bill of goods. All that advice my mother gave me, it was total bullshit. My father, blue pill blues, complete bullshit. He did nothing to help me with women. You're angry at everyone, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, the world, because the world made you who you were. Pathetic beta schlub. The third stage is euphoria. This is when it starts to sink in a little bit. So you accepted that the world has sold you a bad bill of goods, but now you're like, holy shit, this is the answer. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I went through. When I went through the euphoric stage, it was almost like, it was crazy. I was so excited. I said, finally, like I have figured this out. Or I thought to myself, finally, here are the answers. Women are not really that complicated. All you have to do is change yourself, become a masculine man, and not be afraid of women, and you're good to go. Obviously, it's much more complicated than that. But the point is that euphoric phase, it is unbelievable because at that point, guys, now you know what? I can get laid. I can fuck pretty girls. I can be that alpha playboy that we see on TV. It is possible. It is not just a myth that we see on television shows and movies. The fourth stage is gluttony. This is when you're stuffing your face, stuffing your brain full of red pill content all the time. You're listening to Donovan Sharp every weekday, right? You're reading Rollo Tomassi, Return of Kings. You're on the Negro Manosphere. You've got 78 pages bookmarked, and you're refreshing them all once an hour to see if another article comes up that can teach you yet something else. You're on the Red Pill subreddit, learning, reading, learning, applying. This is the gluttony phase. This is where you're reprogramming your brain. The hardware is the same. It's the software that has to change. Well, stage 5 is addiction. Now you're addicted to the red pill. And this is kind of a hard phase to come out of. And a lot of guys get stuck in this phase. There are a lot of guys who are stuck in the 5th stage of addiction indefinitely. They know girls are fucked up. They know that they've been given a faulty set of tools as far as to how to deal with women, but they haven't really gone out and applied it. They're on message boards talking about red pill theories. That's all they do. They go on message boards, they read red pill stuff. Some of them are even writing articles for red pill websites. Nope, they're not red pill guys. They're just addicted to the red pill. They like to give people the impression that they are red pill. Me, I'm as good gruen as they come, motherfucker. Dude, look at the bottom of the screen. On the left-hand side of the screen, that was Blue Pill Donovan. On the right side of the screen, that is Red Pill Donovan. Listen, to build trust with my audience, to build trust with you guys, I had to make sure that you guys know that I'm not just some idiot I'm not just some guy who speaks better than the average man who's just gonna come on and fill your head full of bullshit. Nah, look at your screen now. On the left, I'm cheesing with 2 fat girls. On the right, 2 hot girls. Yep, fuck them both. Fuck them both, guys. All right? Blue pill Donovan, red pill Donovan. I wanted you guys to know that I've been where you are. I've been there. Look at me on the left-hand side. I was 312 pounds. Me on the right, I'm at the club. Now, I didn't fuck both of these girls. The girl on the bottom had dragon breath. But I fucked her friend. And her friend had a boyfriend who was out of town that night. This is how this goes. I want you guys to know that I'm not just on here telling you guys what you want to hear. I'm not just on here saying, bitches ain't shit. And nah, man. Like every story that I tell you guys, dude, I got receipts, man. Like this is how it is. I'm not just some fake ass nigga. Why? Because I got out of the addiction stage. I actually went out and applied this shit. That leads me to stage number 6, application. Now you're getting off your ass and you're going out and you're actually putting this stuff into practice. This is also a very difficult stage because a lot of guys drop out at this stage. Guys, it's not easy to talk. It's not easy to fuck pretty girls. It's easy to talk to them, not easy to fuck them. The example that I always give is even if when you are at the height of your game, you go out, you talk to 10 girls, you'll get 7 phone numbers. Of those 7 phone numbers you get, 4 of them will text back. Of the 4 you text back, 2 will agree to a meetup, and at least 1 of them will flake on you. And the one that doesn't flake on you, there's a 50-50 shot that you might be able to fuck her. If you're fucking 1 out of every 10 girls that you are approaching in that regard, you are a fucking god. You're a Casanova. Shout out to G-Star with a $10 super chat. This is how hard this is. It's not impossible. It's very difficult, but the more you apply it, the easier it becomes. And so, all right, so you go out and approach 20 pretty girls, you fuck 1 of them. The next 20 you approach, you don't fuck any of them. You approach another 20, then you fucked 5 of them. The next 20, you fucked 1. The next 20, none. The next 26. It takes consistency and application. There was a guy at my first BJJ class. This was funny. These guys actually started talking about the red pill. He's like, yeah, I tried it. Doesn't work. Dude, it was... If only this motherfucker knew that he had a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class with Donovan Sharp. No, it doesn't work. Dude, listen. What he tried to do is he said, all right, well, I'm going to try. No. He didn't dive in. The red pill is not a strategy. It is a lifestyle, gentlemen. And if you want to be a red pill aware male, if you want to be a 5%er, there is a price to be paid. Stage 7, the last stage of the red pill, is congruency. You are now a 5%er. You've learned game. You've gotten yourself into shape. Your financial house is on its way back to being in order. You're banging 5s and 6s on the regular. You're still kind of new to the game, the occasional 7. You're not where you want to be, but you're definitely headed in the right direction. That is when the red pill has truly sunk in. But here's the thing, guys. After you digest the red pill, this is when shit gets hard. There's some unintended consequences of taking the red pill. And shout out to ETF42, and I forget which episode number this is. I talked about some of the unintended consequences of taking the red pill. Here's an unintended consequence. Your social circle is going to shrink. Yes, your friends and family, they're gonna wonder just what the hell has gotten into you. They see that you're more successful. They see that you're in better shape. They see that you're doing well with women, but then you're going to get questions from your friends and family like, dude, like you're just using women for sex now. Like, what the fuck happened to you? Like 5 or 6 years ago, you were happily married, blah, 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 blah. And then when you tell them, well, I was happily married, but my wife got fat, she divorced me, and I'm paying child support. I'm doing a lot better now. And they look at you like you're an idiot. People, listen, again, people aren't ready for the red pill. That is part of the price to be paid for red pill awareness. Guys, your social circle is going to shrink. Another unintended consequence of taking the red pill, you're not going to like women as much. No, you're always going to love fucking women. But now that you've been sort of let behind the curtain, now that you know exactly how they work, now that you know what makes them tick, they're not really as impressive or mysterious or as awe-inspiring as they once were. So you're just not going to like them. And now you know that they really ain't shit. You're going to love fucking them. You're going to love talking to them. You might even fall in love with the occasional woman. But you're not as awe-inspired by women as you used to. That's a terrible price. Guys, I got to tell you, I wish that I could have red pill awareness and still have the same fervor for women as I once did. I used to love women. I used to call women God's gift to men. No, women are not God's gift to men. Women are God's cross to men. Here's another unintended consequence of the red pill. The thrill is gone, right? If you fucked as many girls as I have, and don't get me wrong, fucking a girl for the first time, that's like the best sex you've ever had, right? The best sex you'll ever have with a girl is the very first time. That's how this works. And I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like running game on a girl, getting her number, and then fucking her that night. How many men can do that? Not many. That's some exciting ass shit, man. And in a city like Las Vegas, it is really, really exciting. It really is. But after a while, it gets kind of old. Don't get me wrong, man. Fucking pretty girls never gets old, but pretty girls are a fucking headache, man. Like, it's all the same. Hot girls are great, but they're a fucking headache. You approach, swat away the shit test, charm, neg, get the digits. You know, meet up with her for a meetup. Swat away the last minute resistance, you fuck her, rinse and repeat. It just gets old after a while. It becomes a headache. Pardon me, guys. There we go. Had to get my... Living the red pill life, gentlemen, it's not all peaches and cream. Shout out to Jaybird who just subscribed. Right? Again, your friends and family, they're going to ostracize you. They're going to wonder what's wrong with you. And as far as your job is concerned, you can't talk about the red pill on the job. You're going to get fucking fired. Dude, you're going to get fired just for having a dick and balls in an office and being heterosexual. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Donovan. You're heterosexual? Yeah. HR. Gotta go. Having red pill awareness is required for men to have a good relationship with a woman, but it comes at a price. Living the red pill life is great. Guys, I'm telling you, there are some negatives to it, and I've talked about them before. Red pill truth and its application does not come for free, guys. There are consequences and there are costs. So if you want a good relationship with a woman, the first thing you're going to have to pay, you have to learn about the red pill. But after you learn about the red pill, you have to understand that comes with a cost. Shout out to King Life with the $2 super chat. Do I think Chris Rock is red pill? Yes, he's absolutely red pill. He says a lot of blue pill things because of the line of work that he's in, but make no mistake about it, he's absolutely red pill. Sharp Assist sent me a question in the chat. The answer is yes, Sharp Assist. The second cost to having a good relationship with a woman: keeping your woman in line. Boo Boo asks, why the enigma? What made you go completely red pill? Okay, Boo Boo, you're asking very remedial questions, and this is I'm probably overreacting to this because I have an anger problem. But I would strongly advise you to go to episode 1, My Red Pill Awakening. There, it's maybe a 6-minute episode that tells you why I went red pill. Don't come into my chat and ask me why I went red pill. You have to ask me a question of relevance. You're killing me, Boo Boo. Ay ay ay. Episode 1. I don't want listen. I'm not trying to be an asshole. You know, just go to episode 1. Just don't ask general questions like that. Or if you want to ask general questions like that, do like King Life did and do a super chat. Now, a woman in line, guys, that's a good woman. Trust and believe. Listen, there are many benefits to having a woman who is in line. She does not disrespect you. She represents you well in public. She makes you a priority. She doesn't engage in behaviors that are conducive to infidelity. She takes good care of you. She tends to your sexual needs. And on and on and on. A woman who's in line is not as less of a headache. All women are headaches on some level. A woman who's in line is much less of a headache. You don't have to think about her as often, which is a luxury. You can take her good behavior for granted at some point if you're keeping her in line. A woman you have to worry about all the time, like I wonder what she's doing or what did she... No. That's a headache. A woman in line is not a headache. Guys, dude, 5%ers ain't trying to commit to women who are fucking headaches. I don't give a shit. A woman in line is a woman who gives you respite and relaxation from the world when you come home or when she comes over to spend time with you. Okay? Like, that is the benefit of having a good woman. She's not a fucking headache. Oh, God, my girlfriend's coming over. That shouldn't be like that. It should be like, dude, my girlfriend's coming over. I'm going to get a steak, a blowjob, and I'm going to get the fucker brains out, and I'm going to have the world's greatest sleep tonight. That's what you'd be thinking. But guess what, guys? Keeping a woman in line, here's the cost. It's damn near a full-time job, gentlemen. You guys, I'm here to tell you. To keep a woman in line, you can't let anything slide. And I mean nothing. You have to be rock solid all the time. Now, yes, you're going to mess up every now and again. You'll let a few things slip through the cracks. You're not perfect. You're human. But you can't willingly let anything slide. Because if you do, that is the crack that she will need. That's the crack that she'll use for bad behavior in the future. Buffbeard Fitness with the $2 super chat. He says, I checked my girl. She told me that was hot. You see? Women like men who can grab their fucking balls and be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you doing? You're talking too loudly. Lower your voice. Like, when I'm at a restaurant with my girl and she's talking too loudly, I do this right here. Don't be afraid to fucking tell your woman what to do. This is what she wants. It's what she needs. If you show your woman that you are not afraid to check her, dude, she will suck your cock until you blow 3 loads down her throat. I'm here to tell you. Part of keeping a woman in line is you have to maintain dominance. Guys, that's not easy. You can't show weakness. You can never open up to her no matter how much she says she wants you to. You can't do it. You have to be steadfast in your convictions, right or wrong. If you are 100% wrong about something, show no regrets. If there is something that you believe in, if you're making a decision on the relationship, whether she agrees with it or not, you remain steadfast in your convictions. Women respect men who are spectacularly wrong and take it all the way and believe it all the way to the end than someone who is right, who is wishy-washy about it. I guess we can do this. No. Make a decision and stick with it. You reserve the right to change your mind, but stick with your decisions. Be steadfast in your beliefs. This is what men do. You have to maintain a dominant frame. Guys, that shit's hard, man. Maintaining frame is difficult. It's a headache, and sometimes you don't fucking feel like doing it. But if you want to maintain your woman's respect and adoration, that is the price that you have to pay. You can't bitch and complain, oh God, my woman's out of line, she's always talking back and this and that and the other. Are you checking her in public? Are you voicing your expectations? No, you say? Well then what the fuck did you expect? If you don't keep your woman, a woman's not going to keep herself in line, player. You got to keep her in line. That is damn near a full-time job. Oh God, that's such a pain in the ass. Then you don't really want a woman in line that is bad. And that's okay. But don't come crying to me when your woman gets out of pocket. If you ain't paying the price, you got no right. If you're not willing to pay the price, hey, look, I ain't mad at you. You can do what you want to do. But don't come crying to me when you have a woman who's constantly out of pocket. You got to pay the price if you want your woman to stay in line. What's up, Kevin I in DC? Appreciate that. I saw you on Facebook, by the way. Black Man says, if she's out of line, that's not your woman. Women are out of line by nature. It is your job to put her back in line. And if she respects, adores, and loves you enough, she'll get in line. Keeping her in line also requires you to demand access. Let's get specific here. Keeping a woman in line. Part of that, you have to demand access to her phone at all times, guys. Yes, you got to fucking do it. This is not easy to do at first, guys, because the world tells women that what she does on her phone is her business. Well, maybe, but if she wants her man to trust her, if she wants her man to treat her the way she wants to be treated, this is necessary. And I'll have more on this later. Keeping a woman in line requires you to demand her best at all times. Keeping a woman in line requires you to demand her best at all times. And here's the thing, guys, as far as men are concerned, guys, listen, this is hard. Sometimes we as men, sometimes we can't bring our A game every day. We just can't do it. We're not robots. We're not cyborgs. Sometimes demanding your woman's best is difficult, especially when neither of you feels like trying at that very moment. Neither of you is on your A game. I get it, man. You're both human. But it's necessary. Guys, it's necessary. This is the price you have to pay. Listen, your woman must know that she is required to give her best at all times. It's not easy, and a lot of times she will get upset. She will yell, and she will throw a fit. That's the price you pay, guys. The veritable shitstorm that comes after you demand her best in the beginning, guys, weather that storm. Bob, weave. This is the price you pay. She's got two choices. She can either meet your demands or she can fucking kick rocks. Either way, you're not going to be the one that caves in. You have your demands. You make them clear to her. She can either fall in line or she can get the fuck out. But you're not about to compromise what you demand. Fuck that. Because if you do, you're going to end up losing her anyway. She's like, this nigga made all these demands. He wasn't really ready to follow through anyway. Let me find another nigga that's actually going to hold me accountable. When we see a woman who seems to be in line all the time around her boyfriend or husband, guys, again, this is just like looking at that guy who's in great shape. He paid the price. He continues to pay the price to be in good shape. The guy that drives the Aston Martin, he pays a price for that Aston Martin. It is not just money, my friend. It's the same as the guy with the hot, we all have seen him. It's the guy with the hot fucking girlfriend. God damn, she's hot and she's all over him. She never disrespects him. Her eyes are always on him. She's always deferent to him. What the fuck? I wish I had a girl like that. Just like you wish you were in great shape. Just like you wish you were rich, you can be. There is a price to be paid. And the guy with the hot girlfriend who sucks his cock to the fucking hilt every night, does what the fuck he says, and she gives him her best every night, that guy paid the price. It doesn't just happen. It's hard to be demanding with your woman. Trust me. But again, I'm going to say this a fucking 100 times today. This is the price you have to pay to keep your woman in line. Keeping your woman in line also requires you to correct bad behavior. Guys, this is far from easy. This is hard. Correcting bad behavior is hard. Guys, it's hard to punish your woman when she fucks up. Dude, it's hard. Guys, listen, it's not easy to withdraw your attention from her. Okay? Especially when she's attractive, you're horny, but she was a bitch earlier. Right? You think it's easy not to fuck her at night? Okay, she was a bitch and she's looking really fucking good and she's ovulating according to my cycle calendar. Volume 19 of Donovan's Den. Subscribe today, $5 a month, less than 17 cents a day. But you can't fuck her. You have to withdraw your attention. Otherwise, you reinforce bad behavior, guys. This is not easy to do consistently. Listen, gentlemen, it's easy to reward good behavior, right? It's easy to take your girl to the beach for a weekend when she's made you, a 5-star 3-course meals all week long. It's easy to surprise her with a nice gift because she's been a great woman all month. It is easy to reward your woman. But it is far from easy to punish bad behavior. Guys, it fucking sucks. I'm not a sadist. I hate punishing my woman. It fucking blows, man. Dude, I have shouted at my woman. I've called her. Guys, it fucking sucks, man. Guess what? But guess what? She's gonna throw fits. She's gonna cry. She's gonna shit test you. The shit sucks. I said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more times. If you want to keep your woman in line, this is the price you pay. Tolerating her adverse reactions to your decreasing availability after she gets out of pocket, that's the price you have to pay. Remaining stone-faced when she cries in front of you because you told her the next time she reactivated her Facebook page, behind your back, she was out the fucking door, that's the price you pay. That shit's not easy, guys. Punishing bad behavior is hard. This is why it's necessary. This is the price you pay to have a woman who is in line. Follow me on Instagram, Gab, as well as Facebook. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp on all 3 of those platforms. Be sure to like my Facebook podcast page, TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. You can also find all previous episodes of TSR on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app on your mobile device, and of course right here on YouTube. Go to donovansharp.com for all things Donovan Sharp. There you will find you'll find all my articles from negromatosphere.com. As well as returnofkings.com. I've got almost 200 articles published between the 2 sites since 2013. I'm not just one of these run-of-the-mill ass niggas who just decided to sit in front of a camera and talk shit about women. Nah, I've been at this a while. Like, I worked very hard to get to where I am today. I didn't set out to do this, but here I am. And you guys can check out my very humble beginnings on Return of Kings, my very first article published on March 14th, 2013. Excellent article, the 4 shit tests that Rocky had to pass to win Adrian. To sign up for my weekly newsletter, just plug in your email address at the bottom of my page and you are good to go. Guys, be sure to like the video and share the material. This really, really helps us out. It increases our profile, it gets us new fans and listeners, and it helps us grow. I'm almost at 9,500 subscribers, guys. I'm going to hit 10,000 subscribers in probably less than 2 weeks because of you guys. If you don't have the cash to contribute financially, I understand not all of us have money all the time. No problem. I'm not mad at you. You can still help out by liking the video and sharing the material. This has more, guys, this helps the show more than financial contributions do some of the time. Guys, if you want your best, I always skip this shit. Guys, go to the Negro Manosphere forum, forum.negromanosphere.com. It was started by O'Shea Duke Jackson. This is going to be the de facto headquarters for the Negro Manosphere. We're going to discuss red pill topics, brother pill topics. We're going to make announcements about shows, meetups, articles, ebooks, the whole nine. So go to forum.negromanosphere.com. If you sign up for the forum, you will be the first to get access to my ebook that's going to be dropping in less than 2 weeks. Why men should stop helping women. Why men should stop helping women. So go to forum.negromanosphere.com today. Sign up. It's going to be a hell of a time, guys. Guys, if you want your best beard ever, go to 1821manmade.com. My beard has never looked better. It's never felt better. It's never smelled better. And it is as healthy as it has ever been. And it is all thanks to the paste, the pomade, and the clay from 1821manmade.com. The only way to tighten up your beard game is 1821manmade.com. If you're looking at the camera, you can see my beard is looking good. My beard's always looking good. 1821manmade.com. Shout out to Drapetto Man with the $5 super chat. He says, a trained woman does the things you want when you are around. A tamed woman does the things you want because you're in her head. That's a very good comment. I like that. Very good comment. Shout out to the mod squad. Looks like Princess Ibiabuchi. 120. Oh, okay. So Princess Ibiabuchi is one of these fake pro-blacks. 144 shootings, 29 homicides in Chicago so far. All right. That's a tragedy, but that's not what we're talking about here, sweetheart. Black Man says, take her soul. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, own a woman's soul, man. A woman wants to own your... A woman wants to be owned by a man. She wants nothing more than to surrender to a man. Charles Merchant, I appreciate that. Anytime anybody's coming in here with all that propaganda, just don't time them out. Just delete them immediately. Just delete them immediately. Okay. Let's move on to the next price that you have to pay to have a good relationship with a woman, according to the book of Donovan Sharp. Maintaining your high value. This is an important one as I take a sip here. Oh, that's good stuff. Gentlemen, your woman chose you because you're high value. When your value dwindles, so does her attraction to you. And that's a good thing. This helps us keep our edge. Listen, niggas are always complaining, well, she was with you when you had a job and a car and were in good shape, but you lost your job and got broke and got fat, and now she don't want to have to do nothing with you no more. Of course not, nigga. You ain't shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck makes you think that she should stick around when you were no longer the man that you were when she met you? So you mean to tell me that if you met a fly ass girl, 120 pounds, soaking wet, unbelievable shape, sucked your cock every night, so you mean to tell me that if she blew up to 240, didn't suck your dick, right? Just became a bitch, you would stay with her? Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, hypergamy is good for men. And I'll put it to you this way too, guys. If a woman's love were really unconditional, men would be fucking pathetic. I like that a woman's love is conditional. My girl, right? My girl's love for me is absolutely conditional. If I cease to become Donovan Sharp, she has every right to go fuck every nigga on the block. Straight up. That's how I keep my edge. Men who don't want to accept that challenge, men who want women to love them unconditionally, weak ass niggas. You just want to relax so you don't have to try. You don't want to pay the price of maintaining your high value. Fuck you. You don't deserve a good woman. Your woman chose you because you're in great shape, right? Lost my place. Because you're in great shape, you dress well, you're financially responsible, your financial house is in order, you can fight, you can defend yourself, and you can defend her. You have fitness goals, you have financial goals, you have a plan. Women love a man with a plan, gentlemen. They love that shit. They love to see that you're going places. Women want to hitch their wagon to a man who is going places. That is high. You don't have to be the richest nigga on the block. You just have to have a plan. Hey, look, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You and I, we're going to have a great fucking life. Girls love to hear that shit. And if a woman is really ride or die, man, she's like, you know what, man? Like, look, you've got the game. I can listen, like, you treat me well. You keep me in line. You call me on the bullshit. Okay, you don't have the most money right now, but you got a fucking plan. I believe in you because you believe in you. I'm gonna hitch my wagon to you. Let's do this shit together. That's the kind of woman you want. You can't be one of these bum-ass niggas who, well, I don't know. Guess I'll work at Blockbuster or McDonald's my whole... No, You gotta have a fucking plan. My plan is to turn this thing into a 6-figure-a-year empire. That's what I want to do. My woman loves that about me. Cynical Nitro with the $5 super chat says, toss a stack of coins. Here you go. Appreciate that. I like that. Guys, maintaining high value is hard. Guys, it's hard to wake up at 4:30 every morning to lift. Okay? It's hard to do a spin class where you ride a stationary bike while your quads burn and your lungs are about to explode. It's hard to maintain your physical edge, guys. As far as finances go, it is difficult to maintain financial discipline, guys. It is not easy to deprive yourself of certain things to keep your financial house in order. I'm financially responsible. You guys know that. You think it's easy for me not to go out and buy video games? You think it's easy not to get into gaming when games are fucking awesome as fuck? I haven't played a video game in ages. You don't think I see that shit on TV? That shit looks fucking amazing. Guys, you think it's easy for me to watch these cool-ass commercials with these awesome-ass video games and not fucking buy that shit? Of course it's not. Dude, I would love to be a fucking gaming nerd. That shit looks like it's a fucking blast. But it's a time suck and it's a financial suck. I would not be Donovan Sharp with video games. You think it's easy for me not to replace my 4-year-old iPad? Fuck no. Guys, being financially responsible is tough. It is difficult. Depriving yourself of things you want is very difficult, guys. Not buying the latest iPhone or Samsung Galaxy when it drops. That's not easy. Exercising financial discipline is difficult, guys, but if you want to maintain your value in terms of financial stability, say it with me, this is the price you pay. Shout out to Miami J with the $2 super chat. He says, Donovan's consults are the best value in the manosphere. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, my consults are getting out of control. I've got one every day for like the next week. You guys are killing me. Maintaining your high value is very difficult, gentlemen. It's not easy. Keeping your physical edge, maintaining your financial discipline, executing your plan and goals each and every day, maintaining social dominance and building social currency. None of that is easy. This is why only the men do this. This is why we call them 5%ers, because most men are incapable of doing all this stuff. But again, if you want your woman to stay attracted to you, if you want your woman to stay in love with you, if you want your woman's consistent respect and adoration, this is the price you pay. It's not free, guys. Shit ain't free. Oh my God, she's an awesome girlfriend. I wish I had a girlfriend like that. Nah, man. She didn't just come like that. She was made that way by the guy who paid the price. That's how this goes. Keeping a woman attracted to you doesn't just happen. You have to be proactive to maintain your value. Again, look at any dude who has a hot girlfriend, guys. They've been together for a couple of years and she is still head over heels in love with him. That's the guy who's paid the price necessary to keep and maintain her attraction, love, and adoration. And he'll be the first to tell you that it is far from easy. You can walk right up to him and be like, yo, dude, like your girlfriend is hot. And she seems to be all over you. You guys have been together for 2 years. How do you do it? The first thing he's going to tell you is, it's not easy, man. It's worth it. But again, there is a price to be paid. Shit doesn't come free. Now let's get to the ladies. Women expect things. There we go. Women expect things to happen just because they're women, right? They think that they deserve the best of everything because they've got a set of tits and a vagina that we want to stick our dicks in. They think when they're 37, then when they're 37, they think everything should be easy, right? Then when they're 37, they ask, why am I not married? Why don't I have a family and kids? Well, the answer, guys, is that they didn't pay the price. Finding and keeping a man of value requires effort. Girls don't understand this. A lot of guys in the manosphere talk about the fact that, you know what, women are sluts and they do all kinds of things, and even then there's always a nigga that's gonna wife her up. Guess what? Okay, all right, you're right. But they're not winning. The niggas that wife up the 38-year-old slut with 4 kids by 3 different niggas, that's not the type of nigga she wants, player. She does not want that dude. She is settling down with him so that she has someone to take care of her kids, and so she doesn't have to be alone. Then she's going out and fucking the niggas she really wants to be with. And the niggas that she really wants to be with knows that she's nothing but a hole in a set of tits at that point. See how that works? So we can sit here and say, oh man, that's not fair. Women win no matter what. They get to fuck around in college, they get to fuck around on their husbands, they get the child support, and there's always somebody there to wife them up. Okay, I'll give you that. Fair enough. But the men that end up wifing them up, those are not the men that they want. Those are absolutely not the men that they want. Here's another thing about women. They expect high-value men to just flock to them because they're women. High-value men, just because they're women. They expect these men to stick around even though she still maintains friendships with all of her exes. They expect high-value men to love them unconditionally even though she's gaining weight. They expect high-value men to tolerate their bad behavior and keep them around regardless of the way they act. When they have this rude awakening in their late 30s, early 40s, they get bitter and they blame everyone but themselves. Ladies, if you're watching, here is the price you have to pay to make a man of value want to keep you around. Number 1, it's up on the screen. Keep your ass in shape. Put simply, looks are important to us. In fact, it is the most important thing to us. Doesn't matter how accomplished you are. Doesn't matter what your personality is. If you're fat, we're not interested. That's just all there is to it. Men of value don't want fat girls, period. We don't. You want a man who, if you want a man who's attracted to you and can't keep his hands off you, stop eating pizza. Stop eating ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. You want a man who wants to fuck you all the time? Hit the gym 5 days a week. You want a man who wants to show you off? Make better food choices. Keeping the attraction of a man of value has a price. Shit doesn't come free, ladies. So if you want attractive men to find you attractive, there is a cost. If you don't pay the price, attractive men will not find you attractive. That's basic math. The second price that females have to pay, and this is a big one. This is the difference between a quality woman and a slutty woman. You got to be trustworthy. Men of value, we don't commit to sluts, guys. Well, I can have any man I want. Yes, you probably could. You can have 95% of the niggas out there. But the 5%ers who know what's really up, they don't want your dusty ass. They don't want your slutty ass. Bitch, you got 6 kids by 7 different men. The fuck do we want you for? Men of value don't commit to women who keep their phones under lock and key, hiding their phones. They don't. You want a man to trust you? Ladies, there is a price to be paid. And part of that price is giving him access to your phone at all times. You want to maintain the trust of an attractive man? Tell him who you're texting when he asks you, and don't give him a fucking attitude about it. If you want his commitment, guess what? He's got a right to know. Well, that's none of your business, bitch. Yes, it is. If I'm going to commit my time and my resources and my energy in you, you better fucking tell me who you're texting. If you want a man to trust you, ladies, you have to tell him where you are, what you're doing, and who you're doing it with before he has to ask you. Men of value don't commit to women that they have to wonder about. Guys, ladies, we don't want spontaneous women. We don't want women who keep us on our toes. No. We don't want that. Don't let the media fuck your mind up. Oh, you have to keep, no. Keep us on our toes. You know how you can keep us on our toes? You want to know how to be spontaneous? Ooh, she's wearing the purple heels tonight instead of the red ones like last night. Ooh, I like the surprise. That's the kind of spontaneity and keeping us on our toes that they're talking about. And you know it. You know it. You're just using that as an excuse to engage in bad behavior. Like I said, take the mystery out of it. Tell him where you are and what you're doing and when you'll be done. Okay? And here's the thing. He's not going to ask you a lot of the times because he's got other options. He's not really worried about you. Right? You have to be proactive to gain his trust. If he has to ask you all the goddamn time, guess what? He's going to bounce. Because you have now become a headache. If he has to ask you where were you and what you were doing, because you're not checking in like you're supposed to, because you're not telling him this proactively, you are now a headache. Oh, shit. I haven't seen Stephanie in 4 hours. I haven't heard from her 4 hours. Now I got to call you. All right, what are you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. Nah, man, that's a fucking headache. Men aren't committing to Stephanie. No, they're not. Girls ask all the time, where have all the good men gone? We hear this all the time. Where have all the good men gone? You want to know where the good men are, ladies? Uncle Donovan is about to tell you exactly where. There are no good. Yes, there are plenty of good men out there, but they're not. You want to know where they're at, ladies? You really want to know? They're with the girls who aren't Facebook and Instagram whores. They're with the girls who have cut off all contact with their exes. They're with the girls who stay off of social media. They're with the girls who are upfront about what they're doing, where they are, and who they're doing it with. All the good men are with girls who have no problem handing their phones over when he asks to see it. They're with the girls who aren't at the club every goddamn weekend. The good men are with the girls who don't lie to them all the time. The good men are with girls who have earned their trust. This is huge. If you want attractive men to trust you, there is a price to be paid. If you're not willing to pay that price, that's fine. Most girls are not willing to pay that price. But don't come crying to me when you're 39 and still single talking about where have all the good men gone. Don't bitch about not getting something of value for free. Don't bitch about not getting something of value that you didn't pay for. Because at the end of the day, you didn't want it bad enough. Because if you did, you would have understood the cost and paid the price. Earn his trust. It's not easy. There's a price to be paid. Men don't just trust you. Yeah, and this is another thing females get wrong. Well, he should trust me. Like he should automatically trust me. Like trust is like I'm gonna trust until the trust is broken. Nah, man. Girls today, you are guilty till proven innocent. You have to earn his trust. It's not just automatically given to you just because he doesn't know you. Bitch, you gotta earn that trust. Because if you don't earn it, guess what? You ain't never got it. There are many more costs to be paid. But this is the third and final cost, the third of the big three as far as costs for females to have a good relationship with men. Put his needs before yours. That's right, I said it. Don't be selfish, ladies. Guys, listen, man. Girls get everything. Women have every conceivable advantage under the sun. American females live the very best lives of any class of human on earth. Don't be selfish. If you want a good man, if you want a man to take care of you, you got to take care of him. Quit making it all about you. Bitches are always asking, well, what can he do for me? You already have the world at your feet. Do right by him. If you take care of him, he'll take care of you. Girls ask, well, why doesn't he take care of me? Because you don't take care of him. Well, he should do it first. Nah, baby girl, you should do it first because you're the one who needs his commitment. He doesn't need yours. Your commitment is a luxury to him. Your pussy is just a luxury to him. His commitment to you is a necessity. Pay the price that needs to be paid, and you'll have his commitment. Ladies, you can't expect good relationships to just happen. Yes, I'll be the first to admit, we as men, we gotta step up. We gotta step up our game. That's why this show exists. I teach men here how to hold themselves accountable, hold themselves to a higher standard. But y'all need to do the same thing and understand that being a good woman is one thing. But staying a quality female and maintaining that takes work. This means not going out drinking with your friends. This means getting up at 5 a.m. to squat to keep your legs, your ass, and your stomach tight. This means giving up all autonomy. That's right, handing over that phone. Okay? Good relationships cost, ladies. The problem is you're not willing to pay the price, but then you still want the good relationship. You can't have it both ways. You want the great body without giving up the junk food and working out every day. You want the trust without having to earn it. You want to be treated like a lady without being required to act like one. You can't have it both ways. If you're not willing to pay the price and do what's necessary to be in a good relationship, cool. Keep having fun and let the good times roll. But again, don't act surprised when you are still unmarried and childless at 43 years old. If you see an article, a video, a blog post, or anything that has red pill implications, send those to me via Facebook Messenger or Instagram. If you have a question, a comment, a show idea, or a personal story you'd like to share, go to the contact tab on donovansharp.com. That is donovansharp.com. Hit the contact tab. Gentlemen, subscribe to Donovan's Den. It's just $5 a month on Patreon. I teach you guys how to kill approach anxiety, how to not be afraid to talk to pretty girls, how to handle shit tests effectively. I go over all of them. I teach you how to become attractive to females before learning game. Undercover slut tells that most men are aware of. Women who live alone are absolutely sluts. And it's funny, I actually had a guy in the Red Man group ask me, well, what if she just chose to live alone? Okay, that's not what I said. A woman never says to herself, well, I want to live alone because I want to be a slut. No, women are sluts because they live alone. If she lives alone, she's a slut. That's just all there is to it. You want to know the reasons why? Subscribe to Donovan's Den. I talk about the size myth. Does size matter? I talk about the cougar myth. The often fetished and fantasized cougars. Like, people think that cougars are these 42-year-old women with perfect bodies and breast implants and long brown hair. They want young, energetic cock in them all the time. Nah, man. Cougars are not what we think they are. They're not how they're portrayed in porn movies and on TV. Most cougars ain't worth shit. I tell you guys how I went from fat to fit. I went from 312 all the way down to 205. I teach you how to make a woman invest in you, how to make her have skin in the game. I teach you how to grow a bigger, stronger penis. Yes, you can have a bigger, stronger dick. Yes, it is possible to grow your dick. I teach you how to preserve your most valuable commodities as a man, your freedom, your health, your money, and your time. I teach you about performance-enhancing substances. Guys, I woke up today, early this morning, 5:30. I went and I lifted heavy. Then I went to a spin class. I'm doing the show now, and in an hour, I'm gonna be on the mat doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm 40 years old. How am I able to do this at 40? Testosterone replacement therapy and HGH. That's how I'm able to do this. I'm able to live like a 25-year-old in the body of a 40-year-old. That's how this works. Performance-enhancing substances. All on Donovan's Den. I also tell you guys about anal sex. Anal sex 101. What it means to you, what it means to the girl. How to get anal sex from a girl. If a girl has anal sex with you, what it means to the girl. All of these things. $5 per month, guys. That's less than 17 cents per day. Subscribe to Donovan's Den. Again, guys, new start time. Like I said, you guys probably realize that I'm on a little bit early. If everything goes well tonight, if I decide to go ahead and go with this jiu-jitsu gym, the show is going to be moved up from 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific. I'm going to move this up to 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Miami J says that he likes this time slot. Good stuff. Good. I mean, I've switched the times around pretty regularly. I've been in the 6 o'clock time slot for, 3-4 months. But if everything goes well, I'll be on at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Got a lot of trolls in here. A lot of trolls. Keep them coming. Wow. All right, Boo Boo, you're starting to become a pain in the ass, man. Like, dude, you got 2 strikes. Like, one more strike and you're out. Like, it's getting old. You're killing me over here. Killing me. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of TSR Live. Be sure, guys, to visit donovansharp.com for all things Donovan Sharp. My thanks goes out to King Life, Buffbeard Fitness, Drapedo Man, Cynical Nitro, and Miami J for their super chats. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. I will talk to you guys in 23 hours. Thanks for watching.